Hello everyone. I wonder what do we want to talk about today? There are a few things that happened today, but right now I don't really want to talk about it. So, while I was getting ready, I actually like think about I thought about okay, how can we actually talk specifically about something today? And I thought about tapping into the collective, tapping into you who will watch this and see if there is a there is a topic that I can share, that I can explore. So I'm going to tune into your field, whoever you are who is watching, to just see what can we talk about. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut and just see if there is a, what do you call it, a line of experience that we can talk about. Have you been outside lately? I was invited once, like a few months ago, to be like, hey, let's get outside. Just like my intuition tells me to, you need to stay outdoor more. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm such a homebody. I never actually want to be under the sun because it's so hot here. It's like 35 above 35 Celsius above. So I'm like, I don't want to actually stay outside. But there's this feeling that I strongly felt that, you need to actually get outside, be outdoor more. And I'm like, that's interesting. And then all of a sudden, in the internet, I saw so many headlines around, oh, there is this UFO, there is that UFO, there is this thing that is on the sky, and just like it, that doesn't look like a plane, that doesn't look like a bird. It move really weirdly and all that stuff. I don't know, maybe I was called to just be outside and experience more of the nature and be there and just experience more. But I do have that inclination. So I wonder if you have that inclination lately. I have been had us really strongly, but I hardly go outside, so maybe not for me. Talking about intuition hit, have you ever heard a noise that's like a freaking trumpet? This is so weird. I honestly don't know what that is. So I was entering my room, and then suddenly I heard that, and I was like, and it was coming from there. And I'm like, why there is a sound like a freaking trumpet? Like it's so loud. Like it's like it's from this coming from the sea. And it is that far. I never heard that kind of voice before, but it was there. And then I look it online and I heard other people heard it such a far away from me. Like I'm talking like hundreds and hundreds kilometers away from my place. And I'm like, how come? How come? I don't know. That was a really weird one that I personally experienced, that never heard anyone else talk about it in my space, in my environment, in my people. It's so weird. There are so many weird things happening. And when I fill up my gas tank, this is a um weird physical reality glitch. When I was filling up my gas, I used to remember that when the price of the gas is always at the top, and then the amount that you need to pay is actually at the bottom. And suddenly it switched. The price of per liter is actually at the bottom, and the price you need to pay is actually at the top. And I'm like, what? I remember it differently. What is this? And then I remember the word from Elizabeth April about, if you are switching dimension, if you are switching realities, there are things that is about that is always going to feel different. It's like you forget. It's like you remember it differently, and it's just that certainty that it never get into this weird. For me, it's really weird because I'm like, how is this different from what I remember? Because this is not what I remember. Honestly, it's so weird. I wonder, like, if you have that glitches in your reality. Like, you remember it this way, but it actually happened that way. And I'm like, I've seen ghosts for so many times, but I never truly crossed dimension, crossed the realities like that. So it's really a first time. The gas, filling up the gas, and I'm like realizing it's upside down. I don't know. While we're talking, there is a cloud that is literally making up a triangle right now. And sometimes I've seen this type of clouds before. One time was actually near a mountain, 6 o'clock, and I said when I was like looking at it, why is that cloud looking so weird? And the people who were riding the car with me was like, I don't know. I never thought about it. It's just so weird. Somebody is having doubt about their experience. And if you are having doubt, what would you do? I feel like the first realization that you can change anything is actually question it the first time, the moment you experience it. So I'm feeling doubt. What would I feel doubt? Well, if I feel doubtful about something, is it because of my ability? Or is it because of my skills? Is it because of the past? Is it because of about the future itself? Because sometimes doubt is beneficial for some occasion, rare occasion. I This is really weird stuff. When I was like mastering my own emotion and using this human language of soul, which is the emotion itself, Like, how can I use this negativity in such a positive way? And the only thing that I can come up with is actually using it as what is that? Checking. The checking. Like, you just use it as a checking point of whatever you're experiencing. If there is the past, if there was a past that you experience, and there is a past that you experience that still stick within you, and you have that reconnection whenever someone did something in your now, and it's essentially talking about I'm having a doubt that you are like this and you are like this, or I'm like this. So the subject doesn't matter, but the feeling is being doubtful. That's really, that is the only one thing that I know how to use negative impulse. Doubt is, frankly sad, is not disengagement, just despair is. I don't even know what that means. But seems like the right word. It's like you are separating your experience with yourself, but in a way that, what are you trying to say, girl? Doubt is an important momentum of experience that lets you know that you are entering the abyss. So it's like the first checkpoint, because then you get to be here, and then deeper, deeper into the darkness. And if you don't want to experience that, then you actually need to address it the first place, the first time you experience it. Doubt is in between good and bad. It's not really bad, but it's not exactly good. So if you feel anger, that's straight point bad. If you feel frustration, it's in the middle, like down, because it's such a, like, I don't really know what I'm feeling. I don't really know what to do. But anger is just like, I am really angry, I know what this is, and so there is a certainty in it. When it's everything in between, and you have two paths broken up in from this emotion, then it can be good, it can be bad, based on what you want to do with it. But if you don't like to be in doubt, then you can delay it. Sometimes the information itself hasn't gathered into a one solid place when you can take a judgment. And if you are willing to wait, that's great. But if you don't will if you aren't willing to wait, then what you can do is question yourself. Fill the gap between where you are with possibilities. Oh, it can be this way, it can be this way, it can be this way. So you start to search the option of what this doubt really is. Not necessarily fitting the doubt into something solid. You just like, maybe it's this one, maybe it's this one, and then you start to see where your emotion go, because your emotion is the guide to your focus. And when you can focus into something better, something more positive, then that's the place that you want to start choosing when you're already in a positive state. So this is like when you are in such a wave, that it's not really high up or really low, then you can ride it until you start to feel the water stay still. And the water stays still meaning that you are not broken up into two paths anymore. You just like staying in one solid path. That's exactly it. I hope like whoever you are who experiencing doubt have the patience and courage to say, I'd love to know more. I'd love to more I'd love to know different things that this can be. Because sometimes you can't change emotion because it's just like so real. It's just like what you feeling inside. And when you understand that, you being graceful for yourself. I just forget what I said. And I'm feeling the gap, the void itself. You know, I love looking at the sky at this hour. It's 6 p.m. because the sky is like orange, yellow, blue, pink, everything in between. And it's like a freaking painting. Hmm. Do we want to talk about anything else? I feel like I post something in my feed, in my main channel, in my main profile, my main platform, and there was a comment, the same comment, like, "Oh my God, I don't want to judge you in any way. I'm just like living this, but living this because I want to say this. I want to improve you, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to say it. Oh my God, I'm afraid that I'm gonna like, um, what do you call it? Like punishing you in any way. I don't want that. I don't want you to take that." And I'm like, why is this people having this much humility in the wrong place? Like I understand that there is such a rejection and a humiliation around not putting yourself the best of the best at all time. But it's like just say it. You know, like my point of view is that if you are here having something to say and it's from a good place, the good heart of yours, then I'm like, then just say it. But then it feels like I need to train you guys to have this courage to just like say what the fuck you are saying. Because we have been like having this judgment upon like, oh my God, you cannot say that. But I just did. What are you gonna do about it? And then I don't know if you are living in the world that I am, but I've seen people in my life having this much of humility in such a wrong place. If you see something wrong, you gotta like let people know that you're not doing it right. And you just gotta say what it is. Don't I don't know to say like that, but don't be such an easy person to say to apologize in that place because you're not apologizing at all. You're just like making the apologize worth less when you are trying to be that kind of person who have the humility when essentially that's not the point. You know, like I understand that that some people are incapable of processing such a thing if you see them in a space of like that. Or that person said, I don't want you to take this as an insult. And I'm like, no insult taken. If you are here having a feedback or review, I'll take it. I'll take note on it. But that's also like the thing. I never heard people like apologizing so sincerely in my life, in a way that, okay, I made a mistake. I'm really, really apologetic about it. I never have that. The biggest moments, the biggest negative moments in my life, never have the person to apologize to me, like right on my eyes. It's like, hey, you're apologizing. That's really cute. But there was a double standard that I also see from other people is that they're like, well, if you're gonna apologize, why did you do it? And I'm like, well, people have different awareness, honey, and that's why they are apologizing now and then never. Like, take it as it is. That is also part of the ways. Like, you make something, if you made a mistake and you are not apologizing, and the moment it passed the time, it passed the limit, and you start apologizing, and the person is not taking it well, that's on you. But yeah, and you know what? I feel like this sensitive issues around humility, around being so sensitive about rejection, about feedback, about review is actually because we are living in such a toxic world that we never like have enough ability and capabilities to actually recover. Like that in itself is not here because of the toxicity of this world. It's sad, but also like you can override that, the reality itself, because you are so majestic, so magnetic, and you cannot have everything that you will have. You cannot not have everything that you will have because everything that is for you will be here for you to have. It's a quantum mechanics. They just attract it to you. So you will recover by the minute that you decided to. There was something that I watched today around, do you know what is the only thing that, do you call it, that help people the most, that help people transform the most is that, what do you call it? So the first, not will, the first that going to help you the most when you want to change, when you want to like, turn your life around, whatever it is financially, everything else is actually, I am willing to change. And you will change because you will attract it, all of the things, just like what I said yesterday around manifestation instantly, is that when you start to desire something, the path is open itself, but you need to desire it from your heart, not your human heart, your soul, your spirit heart, meaning that you start to connecting with your true self, and you start to open the gate into the possibilities of how you want to experience. Okay, I'm gonna end the video right here. Let me know if you get anything from this video. Let me know if you have any topic that you want me to talk about next. Let me know anything that you want to share with me. I'll see you tomorrow.